Welcome everybody to the channel. If you're new, you're welcome. I've been doing to do a car video today because I've not much time, and want to talk about obviously the BBC latest endeavour, of course, which I normally do on this channel. It's just a bit off the cuff what I feel about the situation. Obviously, like everybody's been seeing on YouTube. And just regarding YouTube, obviously the BBC, in its wisdom, have been finally saying they're going to go on YouTube, and we can see their content on YouTube. Now this brings up quite an anomaly. Well, I can't really say the word. One or two issues, put it that way, because as YouTube is, I don't get any advertising revenue from YouTube because I've not got enough hours in my channel. I need to get 4,000 hours in 1 year. I never seem to, I get about 2,000 to 3,000, and that's about it. So YouTube's about money making advertisements, and of course the BBC could quite easily have learned this years and years ago with the other channels they had, and just show television channel advertisements like ITV and Channel 4. They've come to the conclusion, because YouTube is so popular with the general public and the new generation of people going on YouTube. I've been here. I've got over 1 million subscribers myself on a small channel like myself. Over 1 million people. Not subscribe. 1 million subscribers would be nice, but I've had over 1 million views, maybe 1.2 million. I think it was 1.5, come up to 1,300,000. And a small channel like me, it makes a big difference to get my message across, and that's the great thing about YouTube. Unfortunately, the BBC are trying to jump on that sort of a bandwagon in some respects of the popular, but the younger generation people, like, you can make your own channel and make money on YouTube. And of course I particularly don't, of course, but you can change that, folks, by hitting the like button, leaving a comment, and of course then I may be able to get some more country nut weekly. My favourite breakfast cereal is Crunchy Nut, of course. So I'm doing a bit of advertising here. Kellogg's, I'm doing some advertising for you because I love Crunchy Nut. I'm addicted to a Crunchy Nut. But anyway, apart from that, that's how YouTube works. And why the BBC has suddenly just come up with this notion, because of the figures they get in the iPlayer. Mate, you've got to subscribe to the iPlayer by having a TV license. Now, the thing what people are saying on around just when they heard this announcement that they've done a deal with YouTube. Well, the problem is, if the BBC would like to say, right, because you're watching on YouTube, you have to pay a license anyway. So it's just another way of just making you pay for the license. It's just another way of keeping their gravy train going. Now, I believe so. I've never been monetized, like I say, on this channel, because I've been close to it. Close to it. I got over 3,500 hours. That was, a bit unlucky, but it's over a 12-month period at how much time you watch the channel. And I can imagine the BBC announcing this, with the YouTube. Oh, great, we've signed up to YouTube and all the rest of it, and they're going to try and make you pay through that, maybe, I don't know. And it'd be interesting to see. Nobody watches them on the YouTube. Like my channel, like I say, is a small channel. I've got coming up to trying to get to 3,000 subscribers, and they may shut themselves in the foot because people don't really want to watch BBC programs anymore. There's all other on YouTube, especially. There's so many things. I could list myself some great channels on YouTube that I don't miss having terrestrial television and the like, because there's so many great people on here, not including myself, of course. there's so many great people. Like, for instance, I get all my news sometimes from Sky after a couple of days after. I don't do it live because that's the rules. Stupid. And of course, that's the monopoly the BBC have got. That monopoly in the live television. Now, if they do this deal with YouTube like they've done, if it's going to be 60-40 or 50-50 the revenue, because YouTube don't do things for nothing. If I was monetized on here, and you were liking my channel and giving me some likes and giving me some comments, and I got plenty of hours and stuff, and then I would get monetized, and of course then YouTube take their cut and I take my cut. I get paid. I wish I could get paid, to be honest. I wish I could. I could afford, like I say, I could afford some more crunchy. I could afford some more. It'd be nice. But the reason I don't pay my license, because I've saved myself £200 a year. When you're a pension like myself, and let's face it, folks, the bills are hard to pay this time of year, especially the heating and electric bills. And why would you? If you can save money, you don't watch something. Well, it's only human instinct that people don't watch the BBC. So if they try and make people think, well, yeah, we can go on YouTube and get people to eventually pay up the TV license, because we'll make it a membership or something, £200 a year membership. But going back to great people in here, I watch all my, like I say, my news with Sky, a few days later, or sometimes 2 or 3, maybe 5 hours, 10 hours later, to suit me. I watch the news, when I watch the news. But great channel is obviously 2CTV, and he's got he's doing more all over the world, and of course that's what I say. He has 2CTV has people from all over the world watching his programs, and of course with the iPlayer, if it went on subscription, which was what I've been saying for years, they could have reached the same number of people. But of course, the thing about it, if you look at it on your remote control of your television, on the remote control of your television, you've got Netflix, you've got Disney, you've got even Paramount, and you've got Amazon Prime. Them three them three, or maybe I'm not sure about Paramount. They're on the remote control, so you can get the app and you could subscribe to it. Netflix is one prime example. So, I had a Netflix. I had councilmen, actually, obviously bills coming in and stuff like that. But I could get the subscription back if I wanted it, just for a month or something like that. Watch some programs for a month and cancel my subscription. And that's what maybe BBC may be thinking, that they may be going to do a subscription-based channel on YouTube. That means that you've got to pay YouTube to pay their fee for membership. Because I'm on 2CTV. I've got a deal with 2CTV to watch it on the app on my phone for 12 months. I think I got 50% discount or something like that. Which is a great channel, and he tells it to you straight. I don't watch the BBC News. Sky's got some good reports and stuff, but what's going on and stuff. But as I say, people like 2CTV. There's other people, like I say, on YouTube who've got their own channels. I like a lot of history channels. I like a lot of information, biography channels, stuff. So there's just so many things on YouTube. You could spend a lifetime. I've subscribed to 100 people easily. All kinds of, and from all over the place. My Norwegian friend who's in Norway and stuff like that. People like that. Got people in America. You got people all over the world that you view. And just think about it now. BBC should have done this a long time ago. And of course, on that remote control, if it had been that good, they would have had automatically the app, the iPlayer, on your remote, so you could log into the iPlayer, sign up if it was subscription. So they've missed out with like the Netflix situation. If they'd have gone with the Netflix scenario with the iPlayer, and they could have gotten revenue. Of course, they still get revenue from the other BBC studios. It's a separate company. But anyway, back to the BBC, what they're trying to plan. I think they're trying to get to a younger generation because everybody who comes home from school now, school kids are on YouTube or the Netflix or something, or the channels. They're not coming home from school watching Jack and Ori, or Blue Peter anymore. I mean, I was a Blue Peter fan when I was a kid. I used to watch Blue Peter all the time. So that kind of people who come home from school are on other channels like TikTok, whatever that is. TikTok. I mean, I don't watch TikTok. It's just, but and there's other sites. And of course Paramount, Disney, or other channels that people can subscribe to and have it for a month. I mean, times are hard and people want to save some money. They have to do it. Simple as that. And of course, now the license fee was going to go up in April to about 180. But the thing about the TV license, when I paid it many years ago, 10 years ago, you used to pay up front because when you were on your direct debit, and of course, if you do cancel your license, all new people are cancelling your license, you will get a refund because you're always 6 months in advance, maybe 7 months, 8 months in advance. They always take it out. So I don't know what they take out with your direct debit now. It could be £7 or £8 a week. If you look at your direct debit, what you pay, if you're paying by direct debit. I mean, I remember one old lady, a pensioner, used to pay with TV stamps, and I used to help her because I remember going to the post office and getting my pension and stuff. And I remember she was paying her TV license through the post office, and she's a lovely old lady. She was in her 90s, really elderly. She had to pay a TV license each month, and she didn't have a direct debit. But like I said, she was paying it that way. But like I say, so they will, if you do cancel, and people are cancelling now. Must be 3 to 4 million people have cancelled the license. So the revenue has gone down over £1 billion from the license fee. So they know that. They know what's going on. They know where the public. It's the public. It's you, the public out there. I mean, I'm only just telling you what's going on. With the TV license, people not paying. I mean, it's just as simple as that. I mean, whatever happens when you do cancel, if you do decide to cancel, you can see from this channel here, I've had so many letters. I've had 30 letters from them of harassment. It doesn't bother me because I'm doing this for myself, to other people to understand that if you don't want to pay, that's fine. You don't want to watch, that's the best thing you can do. Just don't watch, because if more and more people don't watch, then they have no income. Well, they have income from other programs they sell. The license fee payers who are paying for the programs, and they sell them abroad. So, they will make some money, but it's going to be reduced from 5 billion down to say 3 billion. It's still going to be a big. People are still going to be paying a certain amount, but generally, as this happens, the revenue is going to go down and down. It's as simple as that. It's just a simple arithmetic. People are not paying, and people like growing up, like in the new generations of people, they're all on the internet. They're not watching. Well, they're not watching the iPlayer. And that's down to belief, really, to belief that the iPlayer would have been good for people if it had set it out on a subscription basis many years ago when it first started up. They'd have been all over the world. People would have subscribed to it, and they would have more revenue. But that's the BBC for you. They didn't want to do it. It may happen because this scheme now coming onto YouTube. We'll see whether it's going to work, because like I said, YouTube make money. It's a good American company, and so you'll be paying your money, your license fee or your membership to watch BBC television on YouTube. If you watch your membership, it'll be kind of a membership, a weekly, an annual amount. So if BBC got the channel on YouTube fired up and everything else, and then you suddenly say, oh yeah, I want some BBC programs, and you log into BBC YouTube, whatever it's going to be called, you log in and it's got like similar to the iPlayer now. You'll have different categories, or you can browse or whatever, but you'll have to pay a membership, yearly fund membership, so that you can access their content, whatever they make, you know. And it's still going to be the old license fee through the back door. That means that, you know, to watch it, you still got to pay for it. Anyway, folks, I thought I'd leave it there because there's a lot of people talking about it and stuff. But as I said before, that's the way it's going to go. I would imagine it's not going to be free to the public on YouTube. I think they'll have a membership so you can watch certain criteria on there. Anyway, folks, if you can, give us a like, leave your comments what you think. If BBC come on YouTube, which they are going to do, will you be watching it? Just let me know. It'd be interesting to find out. And of course, if I do get more people watching my channel, I can afford some more Crunchy Nut. So there it is, Crunchy Nut. You know, advertisements. You know, I am a big fan of Crunchy Nut. So you know, if I wanted to get sponsored, yes, you know, we might get sponsored. You never know. That's how YouTube work. It's all about revenue for advertisements, and that's what it is. Even if I did get monetized, I'd have to make videos, and in between the videos I make, you get adverts. You know, that's the way it is. You know, that's the way it is. I'm not really bothered. It'd be nice, but as I said, we'll see what happens with BBC. I mean, it can be interesting that nobody watches BBC. It's gone on YouTube, and it's going to be another big flop for them. Nobody watches because of situation with Savile, Hugh Edwards, all the rest of it. It's still there. It takes a long time. It may be generations away before the younger people say, "Oh, what's this BBC? Oh yeah, oh they've got a bit of history. Yeah, oh they've got all perverts there. Oh yeah. Well, oh yeah, oh yeah. We'll have a look at that." So you know they will eventually get some people watching. Anyway, folks, thanks again. Hope you liked the video. Leave some comments, like I say, and of course we'll see what happens. It's another mystery what they're going to do. You know, why they've not done this years and years ago with the iPlayer to go a subscription basis, because that's what, if they go on YouTube, you can guarantee, I can guarantee, I might be right, I might be wrong, but I can guarantee probably they're in it to make money from advertisements and you, the public, by paying to watch stuff on YouTube. Anyway, folks, thanks again. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.